Today I'm going to teach you how to reach your potential. A lot of people fall short in whatever they're trying to do because of one particular thing. And by the end of the video, I want you to understand exactly what you can do to make sure that you don't fall behind on reaching your potential. The one thing that stops anyone from reaching their potential is right here. It's what they're thinking, what's going on inside of their head. Too many of us have limiting beliefs about what we can achieve and what we can't achieve. And it's a huge problem, even for me. Recently, I started to build a little bit more traction with my business, and the only reason outside of the actual work I was putting in was my beliefs, my limiting beliefs that I kind of shook away, and now I feel like I can do anything. With whatever you're trying to achieve, whether it be business, sports, or anything else, you have to make sure you can believe you can do it. So if your goal is to make $1 million this year, you're not gonna make it if you don't believe you can. Same thing goes with anything else in life. Like if you wanna get a six-pack in the next year, you're not gonna get it unless you believe it. And we all have them. Everyone has a limit to what they can achieve or what they can't. Like, I really want you to think about it. Think to yourself, what is it you think you're good at and what is it you think you're bad at? Math might be one thing. I know a lot of people watching this, if you're watching this, you may have told yourself, oh, I'm bad at math. I'm not really good at it. Or if not math, something else. You know, oh, science, it's just chemistry, I don't get it, I don't like it, I'm not good at it. Well, the problem with thinking that is that you're putting yourself into a position telling yourself that you're bad at something. And when you tell yourself, I am statements like, I am bad at math, I'm not good at this, they're extremely powerful. You really have to be careful with what you say to yourself and what you think to yourself, because if you think to yourself ever, I am bad or I'm good, or you know, whatever it is, like, it's gonna become true. We are no better than our thoughts. So if you've ever caught yourself saying negative things about yourself or thinking negative things about yourself, just stop and change the narrative. So if you say to yourself, I am bad at math, that's an absolute statement. You can't change it because in your head, whatever's in your head and your thoughts becomes true. Instead of saying, I am bad at this, even if it's something that you know you're not the best at the moment, shift the narrative. So tell yourself, in the past, I've had a tendency to not do well in this, but it doesn't become about you being bad at it. It just means you haven't gone through the process or the learning or the training to be good at it yet. Because when we start something new, we always suck. For the most part, like, no one's a natural, amazing NBA basketball player. A lot of those people have to work to it. They have to hone in on their skills. They practice every day. They get 1,000 shots up a day. It's a lot of work. But at first, like when they first learned basketball, they probably sucked and they probably first learned as a little kid. So stop telling yourself these I am negative statements, because your beliefs are what limit you with whatever you do. And I think it's important to understand not only what to do about your limiting beliefs, but where they even come from. Your beliefs today come from your past experiences in your life. It comes from your experiences, your family life, and even your education, who you learned from. For example, with your family life, a lot of what your parents believed, and even your siblings, whatever they believed as you've grown up, especially if you respected them as people, you saw as truth. And if they said all these things and what's possible and what's not possible, you believe it. And it takes a lot of courage and learning about yourself to break out of that shell, especially from family life. I mean, I come from an Asian household, so it's hard. It was especially hard getting into real estate investing, buying a first property, having the support to do so without getting weird judgment for it, because that was my belief. That was my limiting beliefs, the beliefs of my parents, family, the people around me. There's nothing bad with that. It just, everyone has different beliefs and you have to go with what you believe, and you really have to hone yourself to become a person that you want to become. Same thing goes with the people that you learn from. And it could be parents, it could be siblings, it could be teachers, coaches, whoever you're learning from, they can set limiting beliefs on you as well. And you have to be really cautious because of that. So your beliefs don't only come from your family or the people you learn from, but also your past experiences. Think about this. Let's say a couple years back, you tried to start up a business and that business failed after a year. After that business failed, you might think to yourself, man, like, I'm not cut out for this. I'm not a good business owner. That just stops you from trying ever again. And your belief that you're not a good business owner will stop you from trying again and doing better the next time. And this could be taken in 1,000 different ways, but everyone has certain beliefs that cap them on their potential. And in order to remedy this so that you can be the best version of yourself, just be sure to constantly be aware of what you're thinking. I'm not gonna tell you to think of something right now because it's a little bit hard to do, to think on the spot of what are your limiting beliefs. But I challenge you for the next week, try to be a little bit more self-aware with what you say to yourself and what you think to yourself, because it all starts with self-awareness. You gotta be aware with what you're thinking if you want to change for the better. Because I don't want you to have limiting beliefs for yourself. It's hard, and I've been there. I even struggle with it too a little bit. Like, I'm not perfect, no one's perfect, but because I'm a little bit more self-aware, I've learned to expand whatever limits I have on myself. In my head, like, I think that there is no limits, but at the same time, it's like, well, is there a limit? Like, what if I said to myself, I'm gonna be a trillionaire? I feel limited in that belief. Like, I don't know if I'll become a trillionaire, but maybe that's a limiting belief that I have. Everyone has their own cap as far as what they truly believe they will become or who they are meant to be. Just learn to identify yours and then think about it and then change the narrative, change what you say to yourself, and just be a little bit more self-aware. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I make a lot of other videos just like this, but I mainly make videos about real estate, money, self-development, and I also just document my journey as a young real estate investor and entrepreneur. But thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch more videos like these, and I'll see you at the next one.